1 2 1 2. Hello everyone, welcome to the 2021 Gloucestershire Open, the quarter-final stage. Got Ross Dunn v Jamie Moray. Ross Dunn 2-0 up. Jamie coming to the table now on yellows. If anyone can do us a comment to make sure that the chat's working and everything's working, so if you can comment on top Q's page. Should have 4 people watching, so if you can just put us a comment on there, let us know that you can hear us okay and that the pitch is good. That'd be good. I don't know who the 4 are. So I've got a race to 7. Ross has gone 2-0 up. I'll get you the other people in the quarter-final in a minute. So in the quarter-final, we've got Rich Gifford v Rich Mallard, Ross Dunn, Jamie Moray, Liam Young, Darren Selva, and the final game is, Ben Williams, Robert Lawrence, and Ian Crockett, and Steve Bishop. And Martin Goddard v Thailand overthrow. We'll get them scores to you as we can. So Ross has just gone in off there. Jamie's got 2 visits playing world rules. Be a standard finish for someone of Jamie's quality. Let's see how it goes. A couple of different views there. Picture and sound good. All right, thanks. Everything's working great. Thank you too. If you can share that link as well on your Facebook pages, that would be great. Just a few technical difficulties getting it on because we haven't used this for a while. I think Jamie's still got 2 shots. Drop one into the middle. Try and drop on the bottom cushion. A little bit short. I think he's still got 2 shots though, so this should make this 2-1. Yep, he's used 1 there to get it so he can get position. Just drop that in and then probably go middle. Yep. So 2-1. I'll try and change that now. If I remember how to do the bloody thing. Wasn't pressing that button. It's all going tits up here. Am I allowed to say tits up? I think I can. So there we go, 2-1. Looks like Ross to break at 2-1 up. Couple of balls gone in there. Both look reasonably good. So we've got Tom Keir's just made a comment now. Well, what a lovely fella he is, Tom Keir. If there's anyone who can cope with him, everyone loves Tom Keir. None more than me, though. Tom Keir, he is proper lad. Love you, Tom. What a good lad Tom is. Is my mic on? He might not have heard me. Ross has just dropped a bit of a clanger there. Wanted to get on that other yellow. He hasn't. Still got yellow down the table. We'll see how he gets on. Yeah, Ross pretty boy done. Looks close from here. Oh, he sunk that. Well done, Ross. So now close to yellow's tied to the black. He's having a look at that now. Okay, if you can, if you're listening to this on the stream or anything, if you can share that, Tom K, if you can get on and share that on your link, because you've probably got about 30,000 female followers and probably 50,000 male followers. So if you could share that, Tom. So field of 37, we're down to the last 16 now. Look at old Ross pretending he knows what he does. Yeah, Ben Williams is still here. He's playing on the table just off the stream tables. He's playing Rob Lawrence. So I can't update you on the scores unless Slacky gets his arse in gear and comes in. So we got Rich Mallard, Rich Gifford, a good game. Ross Dunn, Jamie Moray. We're going to put that on the stream because you're going to try and get the best looking guys on. So we're definitely not going to go with Rich Gifford or Rich Mallard. And then Liam Young, Darren Selvey, who's a bit of an old boy from around the leagues. Hopefully you know him. Good fella. Then Martin Goddard, Tyler Overthrow. Ben Williams, Rob Lawrence. And Ian Crockett, Steve Bishop. Ian Crockett's just won that one. Will Kirby is waiting to play the winner of Jonathan Coleman v Mike Clifford. Jonathan Coleman's only just turned up, typical. And Steve Bell's waiting for the winner of Spike and Robert Jackson. I think Spike was a few up on that. So there's still some good games to come on here. Still another couple of hours worth of entertainment. Ross has just freed his yellow up and tied it up with his other yellow. I don't know, he got 2 shots. I wasn't watching the stream. Ross is going to try and plant, which he's done. Left the yellow in the open, but not great position for the pretty boy. I got some views of the other table here. I've got some Martin Goddard and Tyler Overthrow. But I've got no scores on them yet. Someone will pop in with him, probably Slacky. I can see a few of them here. So, for the ladies out there as well, I don't know if you did know, but Ross Dunn's got engaged to Declan Brennan. There's a big love story going on there. Mark O'Hara, who's Ireland's #1 Georgie best lookalike, he's not happy about that because he wanted to have a go on Ross. So Ross is looking at a double now. I'll have to make the mic move a bit to get it round behind to try and get on the black. Sorry for Rich Mallard's head getting in the way there. That was quite a big thing. Ooh. Yeah, so we've still got some good games coming up. See what's like from the other view. There we go. Yes, I don't know if you can see on Ross's queuing hand there, he's had a bit of an incident with his little finger. Apparently it was a fishing incident, which means more or less everything that he should do. So Jamie's still got 7 reds on the table. He's got a starting shot, and he'll probably try and get up into the bulk area with this one. No, he's not. There you go. He's just rolled up to it, left it in the middle of the. But Ross has got a shot here on the double, and I think the angle means that if he does connect and it does go near the middle bag, that the white will still be on the wrong side of the table for him. So a bit of trouble here for Ross. Not a disadvantage at this stage for Jamie to have all the balls on the table. But I think he's probably waiting for 2 visits, because I think from this angle only one of his reds goes into the top bulk left hand pocket, and that angle maybe 2 do. I don't know. We've got Dan Bishop watching. Shouldn't you still be playing the Challenger Series, Mr. Bishop? Ross has gone a bit short on that one there. I don't quite know how that happened. And I think the bottom one of the 3 reds to the left-hand side of the table goes. That one. So this is a relatively easy finish for someone who the ability of Jamie Moray. One ball took tight to the cushion, which I suspect if the second one passes that one, they want to lead to his last ball. That obviously doesn't pass, so he's going to take that one out now. Wiped its feet a bit. Yeah, you're right there, Dan. Playing in the Challenger Series, a bit of a strong word for it after your performance yesterday, mate. You were in total control, nipped out for a mental fag, come back, and your opponent was playing someone else. Expect Jamie to finish these off now and taking it 2-2. Race to 7. A good start for the pretty boy, but he's rolled a little bit. Should be still all right. He's been pegged back a bit by Jamie. So simply enough black for most people, and that's 2-2. Jamie to break on the 5th frame. Okay, so it's been joined by sex god himself, Mr. Andrew Slack. Yeah, saw that, Dan. I did think when he went 4-3 up, you were in control, but that's pill for you, isn't it, mate? Yeah, well, we know you can't hear Slacky. That's one of the reasons why we've turned it down a bit, mate. Just have a try now, Slacky. Yeah, okay, we're having some technical problems as well because the guy usually works within here and gets it all sorted. He's sunning himself in Newcastle on the line, isn't he? That's the problem here, Bishop. It's going to be a 3 in a second anyway. Probably an upside down 3, but a 3 anyway.
Can anyone hear me now?
1 2 1 2.
So we've got Ross to break here, trailing 3 racks to 2. So it looks like we got a couple of yellows down there. Ross just having a little think here.
That's all he can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the brightest.
No. Yeah, that's a lovely controlled shot there by Ross. What score, Tom? Which table? I'll go and find out now, Tom. I'll come straight back.
There's Slacky has left the room. Ross just getting a bit of deep screw action, which hasn't happened for a while either. Okay, Scott, score update. Ben Williams is playing Rob Lawrence, and it's 4-0 to Ben Williams. There you go, Keir. Mr. Tom Keir. Okay, we'll get you some other score updates now as well. Slacky to get an update on the scores. So Ben Williams is 4-0 up on Rob Lawrence. Jamie Moray is 3-2 up on Russ Dunn. Martin Goddard's winning 3-2 against Tyler Overthrow. Slacky's getting beat 8-0 by me. But don't take nothing back because he gets a bit upset. Rich Giffard beat Rich Mallard 7-1. We've not got Q score, Dan. We've got it's another app that we're using, so we haven't got Q score, mate. It's Concourse or something, I think. I can't remember what it's called. It's on all the tables and the TVs in the club. Up here at Top Q. So Ross just missing double across the bulk line. White's gone onto the bottom cushion. Jamie's tried to be a bit safe. It looks like there might be a bit of a gap there. Let's see if the other angle shows us that gap. So there is a gap to get on the yellow. I think it will be difficult to get onto the last yellow. Liam's not playing yet, Jess. We've moved the next levels out to the back room, so we've only got 5 tables left to run through on the rest of this competition. So Liam's not on yet. We'll try and get him on the stream table because he's playing really well, so it'll be good to watch. I don't think Ross really wanted to pot that ball then. Is this mic working? Let me check this mic. Can anyone hear me on the second mic? So, great shot down the cushion there from Jamie. Left himself a couple of options on the reds. Again, he's in a pot to nothing. No, he's just pushing the white. I think he's left a little bit of a gap there, so I don't think it's a... I don't think it's a total snooker. Yeah, I think I've changed back to the other mic again. I'm going to be slacking in Duff one. Doesn't talk a great deal of sense at the best of times, does he? So probably helping you if you can't hear him. He disappeared, actually. I don't know where he's gone. Don't really care. So Ross decided he couldn't do anything with the last yellow. He's just trying to put a black and tie up one of Jamie's reds. So Jamie's 3-2 up, but he's won the last 3 frames. I don't think there's enough angle there to get his... So he's going to go for the one that that Russ tried to tie up, which he's pushed into the top pocket. Scratch of his head. Okay, so we're down at top queue. This is the 2021 Gloucestershire Open. So it's an open competition for anyone on his level. I would suspect the favourite to win the competition is Mr. Giffard, who's done really well. He's just took out Rich Mallard 7-1, and the Steve Bell match is just starting on another table. So he's going to be here for a couple of hours if he wants to pop down. We've got some tables free for pool, some tables free for snooker. Darts are available as well. And Jamie just tried to double one across to free up that ball. And to be fair, it's in a reasonable position, so he should be able to carry on with that. So I guess it's just whether what he wants to, if he wants to decide at this point whether he wants to try and go for the finish. He made his mind up and then changed it. So on the other table, Steve Bell won the lag and just broke off. It's a great shot from Jamie. If you can try and get behind this, I think this goes in the middle. Oh, he's gone for the snooker, which he's done a good job of, looks like. Yep, he's got a snooker on there. I suspect straight across with a bit of side. But I think the probably red's tied to the yellow, so it won't cut across this way. So we've got some score updates. So John Coleman is 3-3 with Clifford. Liam Young's 2-2 with Dave Selvey. And Martin Goddard's 3-2 up against Tyler Overthrow. The ladies' scores. So again, Jamie's playing a proper game here. He's making Ross Dunn think, which is never a good thing. Not certainly for Ross. So Ross is going to try and come off a couple of cushions to touch his yellow, and he's done all right there. And he's not got the snooker, but he's going to make Jamie think about it. I think Jamie will probably cut this one across back into the middle. couple of cushions, and try and just run past the yellow to get on the red into the same middle. Oh, he's kicked it, and that's come out all right. Yep. So run through. He's dropping nicely on the black to make it 4-2. We just get a bit of technical advice when this goes in to change the scores to the right way around. And there we go. So switch to so it's Jamie to break, 4-2 up against Ross. Ball's potted, but unfortunately the white's gone in as well, which means ball in hand anywhere behind the bault line. One shot to Ross. World rules. So 1 shot to Ross. Could do with a frame, grabbing one back in, a race to 7, quite a short race. Okay, so Ross thinks he's going to have to be better on the reds. Expect to clear the 2 at the top of the table. Try and get down amongst them. Looks like there's a pocket for every ball. Maybe the one closest to the yellow on the right-hand side of the table. Not sure whether that passes the yellow into the bottom right-hand pocket. A bit of a bridging issue. Cued that well. So he's probably got a chance to move this red now if he wants to, by taking the red into the middle, soft screw into it, or maybe not soft screw because he probably wants to move it a little bit so he doesn't snooker himself on the red on the black spot, but he has got a backup. Yeah, he's done a good shot there. Well done, Ross. Now Ross should take these out to make it 4-2. Nearly got bummed out of the way there by someone, which, to be fair for Ross, happens quite a lot. He loves getting bummed out of the way. So he's going to go middle. I don't know if the angle means it'll touch the black. He's probably gone a little bit too far. Yeah, he's going to try and cannon into the black to hold on for the red in the bottom right. I was a little bit worried about that, looking to see if there's another way. Decided there isn't. So he's going to go red into the middle, try and hold for the red into the bottom right. And yeah, he's moved the black by cannoning onto it. So I suspect he might cannon onto the yellow or try and move across. Missed the yellow. Gone up the table a little bit. Should make it 4-3. So good finish there by Ross to make it 4-3. I don't know if they've decided to go on a break or something. So we'll take this opportunity just to go and garner up a couple more scores for you. We'll put you on the Mr. Slack now for a couple of minutes. Okay, so Ben Williams is now 5-0 up against Rob Lawrence, which is probably a little bit of a surprise. Maybe not. So John Coleman, Mr. Late, is at 4-4 with Mike Clifford. I think Ross just took a little bit of a comfort break there. He's back now setting up 4-3 down Ross's break. And Liam Young's 4-2 up on Mr. Selvey. That's we've got Steve Bishop. Steve Bell's score. We'll be with you in a minute. Steve Bell's beating Spike 1-0. I'm going to put you back in. So dry bake there by Ross. James got a chance on reds. So we have got a couple of events coming up at Top Q for you pool players out there. If you want to get on the Facebook page, where we'll keep you updated. Just going to start with a couple more opens for people to join in. Let's say 37 people today. Payout of 470 quid, I think, for the winner. Decent field, some good players in here. I've got obviously a Welsh international. Sorry. Yeah, so it's 430 quid, I think, for the winner. 37 players at 20 quid. Everything paid out on this open. So get yourself on our Facebook page at Top Q, like that, and then you'll get the information of the other competitions coming up. Good finish then from Jamie Moray, go 5-3 up against Ross Dunn. Okay, other scores. Martin Goddard's gone 5-3 up against Tyler Overthrow. So Jamie Murray 5-3 up, Jamie to break. So good break there by Jamie. Good split. Red ball potted, red over the pocket. Reasonable spread of the balls. So Jamie's just having to think about which colour he wants to take. Looks like he's going to go yellows. Put the yellow into the middle to start off with. She's done a nice kiss on the ball. I think that gives him enough space to take the ball out to the left of the black, which does have a couple of pockets. But I'm not sure if he can push through to get over to the right hand side of the table as we look at it. Oh, so there's a bit of a miscue there. I don't know if he can get through to the yellow by the black. He can obviously by the way he's queuing. And he's probably got a pretty standard finish now, so I'm expecting Jamie to go 6-3 up on Ross. Come up a little bit short on the ball that he played for, but it shouldn't cause him too much problems. He's got into the game, he's queuing reasonably well now. That's a good shot. Pretty straight on it, so he might have to just come back and take his medicine with this one. No, he's going to try and come down the table, I think. Okay, the white might travel a bit, should miss the black, so I'm expecting him to go off 2 cushions and come up behind it. Or he may screw across. He's looking at screwing into the red to get position into the same pocket that he's going to try and put this yellow into. Come a little bit low on it, but still shouldn't be a problem. White will naturally go towards the middle, but should miss it on the high side, I think. Where's the white going? Safe, yeah, that's okay. So that's 6-3, so he's on the hill now. Oh, Ross needed a good break there, and he's gone enough on the break. Good split of the balls. One shot, Will Rules. He's really got his pick of both of these. Probably red's just favourite from here, I would have thought. There you go, shows no eye. Talking about, he's going to take the yellow, the bad yellow out of the way, and then probably try and get the 2 in the middle. He's going to go for the top one first. Yellow back across. And I suspect yellow in the middle, then drop down onto the bottom 3. Black still relatively safe, so there may be a little bit of hope for Ross Dunn. He's cannoned into his other yellow, put a red safe. He's going to go down bottom right. This worked out okay for him. He's only got to work out which is going to be his last ball and what he's going to do with the black. So a brilliant shot there. Oh, no, it's not. It's rolled in. So it's a foul and a frame to Ross. I'm very unlucky there. I think you're right, Tom. Gifford certainly, Martin Goddard does have a good chance of winning this. He's also leading in the dancing competition. So Steve Bell's currently 3-0 up on the other tables against Spike. Jamie's breaking it in now. He's 6-4 up after that bit of unfortunate thing. It's a couple of ricochets. Potted the white. So ball in hand anywhere behind the bault line for Ross. Good split. I suspect he'll take these out to make it 6-5. Ben Williams has gone 6-0 up on Rob Lawrence. Suspect it still won't be enough to get him back into the county team. I'm going to try and move his bad red off the side cushion here. He's been a bit unlucky because he hit the ball too hard probably, but I suspect he'll try and take this one out now. On the other tables, Liam Young is 5-2 up on Darren Selvey. Is that going to drop? Yep. Rossi's still in control here. One good positional shot off this one should get him the frame. Go straight. So Coleman, Mike Clifford are 5 each earlier round, so they're both on the hill. So we've got a penultimate frame. Ross is going to slide this one in, give himself a reasonably easy shot for someone who's level to bring it back to 6-5. Got a chance with the break to make it 6-0. It's a big break for Ross. He's gone enough on his last 2 breaks. White safely on the table. He's potted some balls. It's a good split. And we'll just spend a few seconds thinking about the route he can take to finish this off to go into a decider. Ross has decided reds are the better option for him. Drops one in the middle. A little kiss on the yellow. So we'll just try and roll this through a little bit to take the red by the blue ball spot into the bottom right hand corner as he looks at it. Try to hold it there. I'll run through a little bit. Let's drop that one in. Probably go bottom and then try and roll two into the middles. He's just going to have a quick look, see that angle into the middle, which will leave him behind the black. But I think he's just noticed where the camera is and decided to give everyone a flash of his beautiful face. So where he goes. I think I'm going to stun it through a bit. Now he's come back. I don't know what quite that angle is. Not the greatest angle for a double. He might try and just drop this in. I don't know if he's close enough. So he's come out into the middle of the table, give him a shot on the black, which I guess is all you can hope for. Yeah, he's played that really well. So 6 each, 1 frame shootout. It's Jamie to break, so I guess we make Jamie the slight favourite. However, he did go in off on his last break, so important shot. Usually at this level, the break's probably the most important shot that you take. You're looking for a good split and to pop balls. On the screens here, I've just seen Martin Goddard do the moonwalk. So, Jamie to break now. So, ball potted there by Jamie. Ben Williams has progressed to the next stage, winning 7-1 against Rob Lawrence. So, Jamie's at the table on the hill, both of them, 6 each. Final frame for one of them. So, flyer for the first round losers in the main hall. So some good people in there. Scott Buckley, Stu Baldwin. So Jamie's going yellows. He's rolled up to the top of the table to take his yellow out that's in the bulk area, and then it's just about whether or not he can get to work on these other balls to take them out. There's nothing really difficult there. On his day, you'd expect him to clean these. wiped its feet. It's took its shoes and socks off that one, but it's dropped. Get a score date up soon. It's like he's just wandering around the table, mithering people. So it's got a good angle to get across the other side of the table off this yellow into the bottom right. It should be okay. Should go middle now, I would think. And it's just about position on which he wants to go on the last two. Yeah, we got a bit of someone's head in the picture there. Old Spiky. So we'll go. Just cushion. There's Spiky again. Look. Overhead view of his cue action. We'll just push this back into the middle of the table. It's on the cueing's not the best. Red in the way a little bit. He's going to try and push around it. There we go. That's to the black for the game. So that's the beauty out. Mr. Dunn is out 7-6. We'll get another game on for you as soon as we can. So yeah, we'll just keep the stream going and then we'll get another game on straight away. See you in a minute, fellas, ladies, and Phil Thorne. Okay, back on with Jonathan Coleman against Will Kirby. Will Kirby's at the table. So, 2 decent shots to go 1-0 up. So he's backing himself to go bulk right on the shot. On the other tables, Martin Goddard's 5-4 up on Tyler Overthrow. And he's in pretty much control of that one. So Will's just missed that one. So Jonathan's bottom left, which he's missed by quite a while. So yeah, Will's gone 1-0 up. And Coleman to break in the second frame. That's a big one, isn't it, for some reason? I'm not very good at this. So doing that makes it better. That's a better size one, is it? No, it's still the same flipping size. Oh well, it's 1-0 anyway. So Mr. Coleman to break. Away from the right hand side. Cut break. That was quite close to the middle. But it's dry. So Will Kirby at the table, open table. Don't know a great deal about Will. Don't know a great deal about Mr. Coleman, really, apart from he can never turn up on time. Okay, so coming up after this game, we've got Rich Gifford against Jamie Moray in the quarterfinals. So if you could share that, if you could share the link onto your social media, we'd appreciate that. And they've got Mr. Bell there in the stream, look. Big old head there, Mr. Bell, who's, I think somebody said he was 5-0 up against Spike. So, Will's on the reds, sorry, on the yellows. Just drop one in. Yellow to the middle. One difficult yellow in between 2 reds in the bulk area. There's a picture of Mr. Spike pops into the picture. So he's just dropped onto that. That does pass. I might have pressed the wrong button there. It's dropped onto the... So what does he do now? That doesn't cut. Definitely doesn't cut. So he's going to go off the top, behind the red, and try and drop this into the middle. That's a good line. Yes, excellent shot. 2-0 there. Will Kirby, well done, mate. Great finish. Yeah, so coming up after this stream, we've got Rich Gifford, Jamie Moray. Rich Gifford took out Rich Mallard in the previous round 7-1. And Jamie Moray was on the stream, just managed a 7-6 win against Ross. So the pretty boy's out. He's outside smoking a menthol fag, bemoaning his luck. And really should be bemoaning his good luck. So it's his own fault that he went fishing and got bit by a tiddler on the little finger. The pretty boy is out. So his ball's potted there. Will's going to go on the yellows. Just got to work out his way. I think the the yellow tied to the black does pass into the same pocket that he's going to pot this one into. He may be able to try and develop the red that's closest to his yellow in the bottom right hand cushion. Bottom right hand pocket. He's trying to drop on that again. Ball wiped its feet. And I think it looks like Martin's just had a look there. So I think Martin Goddard's just got on the hill against Tyler. We've got Jonathan Coleman now coming to the table on reds. Thinks he's got a route. He's just checked that the black goes into the bottom pocket. And he's missed his red down the cushion. However, he's tied up that pocket. I don't think the yellow passes there now. So Martin Goddard's now 6-4 up against Tyler Overthrow. I think Mr. Bell's just gone 6-0 up against Spike. So Steve Bell's 6-2 up on Spike in the other game. And it's Belly to break in that game. So back to this one. Will's going to try and get rid of his yellow. He's used a back double. Nice little kiss off one of John's reds. And again, he's looking now to take the yellow out into the middle, drop onto the left-hand side of the table. The right-hand side of the table. He thinks his yellow goes past the black, which it does. It's a bit further forward than it. Or maybe it doesn't. He's just having a look now to see if he can take it to the top left-hand corner. Oh. He tried to use his yellow to cannon into his other yellow and open the yellow and the black up. Now John's at the coal face. John Coleman is at the table. 4 relatively reasonably placed balls. I expect John to finish these off to go 2-1 down. So he's just run into the middle of the table. Enough there now. He should be fine with that. It's got a bit light on that one. Decelerated on his cueing arm there, I think. He didn't push the ball through enough. There should be enough in it to pot that. Which he has done to make it 2-1. Okay, we have got some pool tables and snooker tables still available. If you want to get down and have an afternoon's pool down at Top Q, please feel free to come down and play. Finals and the games of this are open. You can come and watch if you fancy doing that as well. We'll make sure you get looked after down here, so you can get yourselves down here. That's Jonathan Coleman to break 2-1 down. The yellow has gone in, so John's going to be at the table. I suspect got 2 yellows tied up on the opposite side of the table. There's 2 reds tied up on this side of the table. So you're just going to take a little bit of thinking out about how he wants to go about these. Don't forget to like and share the video if you can. I can see on the other table Martin Goddard, who's leading Tyler, has 2 balls on the table plus the black to take it out. He screws into the middle. In other news, I think West Ham have gone 1-0 up against Spurs. 7 minutes till the kick-off of the big game, where hopefully the proper Reds of Manchester will take out the second team from Liverpool. And Martin Goddard's gone through to the next round, beating Tyler overthrow 7-4. Good finish there from Martin, and a little bit of a celebratory dance, as we've come to expect from Martin. Back to this one, John's going to try and drop a red. He's gone slightly off there, but he's covered the pocket. So we've got Will Kirby back at the table. He's on the yellows, winning 2 frames to 1 at the moment. And Mickey G, we got the final score, the wrong final score up. What game was that on, mate? Was that on the earlier one? Yeah, don't forget to like and share the YouTube page. Share it to your Facebook page if you can. If you cut and paste the link from the YouTube at the very top of the URL and paste it into your Facebook statuses, then other people can watch these games that are coming up. And go to our Top Q Facebook page as well, and they can be kept up of upcoming games, competitions and events that we're holding here at Top Q. We've got an Anglo-Welsh opener coming up. Good quality field there. Some good snooker players on, good pool players on show. Good snooker players as well. Some good players still in the club now, playing in the next room. So John's on the reds. I'm going to try and get back into the middle of the table. A bit short, I think. He'll probably go red to bottom left. Try and push through and go above the red into the middle. A load of rubbish, I know. I don't know if he's had a look in the middle there or whether he's going to go up. He's going to go up the table, I think. Try and drop back in behind that black. Left himself the double. See what that looks like from there. So to go 2-2, John's left himself a double. Obviously, Mr. Bell's backside's in the way. It's been said once or twice before. Won't be the last we hear of that. There's a better angle. Snailed it. 2-2. Good shot, John. So as you can see in the top corners of the screen, some of the people that help get these games on. We've got snookerspecs.com, which is snookerspecs.com and poolspecs.com, where we can get you a pair of snooker or pool specs from your. Or you just get an eye test and send us the prescription, and we can get you some glasses made up if your old mince pies are going. So 2-2, and that looks like a dry break by Will. Gonna be a good game, this. And don't forget, coming up after this, more or less straight away, we've got Jamie Moray v Rich Giffard, which is a great game to watch. Can't promise a great commentary, obviously. We got Liam Young just won the lag, so we'll break first. Against Martin Goddard. Again, another good game that we've not managed to get on this stream as yet. But Liam's in great form. Martin's just took out Tyler Overthrow. Nathan was here and lost in an earlier round. And then the Overthrow brothers are with us. So Will Kirby wasn't left with a great deal on there. He's tried to develop his yellows and leave the white safe on the top cushion. Which led to a safety shot there by Mr. Coleman, just developing two of his reds into more towards the centre of the table. Okay, so the quarter-final lineup up to now is Rich Gifford's going to face Jamie Moray. Liam Young and Martin Goddard's already underway on one of the other tables. Then we got Benjamin Williams is going to play Ian Crockett. And then it's going to be the winner of John Coleman and Will Kirby is going to play Steve Bell or Spike. At the moment, I'd say that's going to be Belly. I think Belly's 6-2 up. Okay, back to the game. 2 each. Will's on reds, just drop one into the middle. Couple of difficult reds on the side cushions. And he's just missed one up the cushion. In early news, looks like Leicester's won 2-1 at Brentford. Probably should have known that because Dan Eads was driving me mad earlier on for a login. Okay, and later on Free Sports, we've got a couple of finals in the Ultimate Pool. We've got Mikkel, who's going to play relatively localish lad in Shane Thompson, and this will be Shane's attempt to win 3 of them competitions on the bout in the Ultimate Series 6 final. We got Carl Morris, who's going up against Sean Story, which will be a hell of a game. So that's later on Free Sports. Much later than we'll have finished here, so you can still get yourself down here and keep watching with us. Nice lad, Carl Morris. Okay, back to this frame. 2 each. Mr. Coleman's at the table. Ooh, took its time there. He's trying to leave the white ball safely in the jaws. Just a little roll too much and he's dropped in. So Will's got ball in hand. Anywhere behind the bolt and 2 shots. And the Reds, 1 baddish ball. Not the greatest of shots there from Will. A bit lapsy-daisical with that shot. Left the white underside cushion. He's still got outs. It's quite difficult for him to see on this next shot if he can try and develop the red, which I suspect he'll try and do by dropping onto the yellow and just pushing the red down towards the pocket. Don't forget to like and share the Facebook page from Top Q or the YouTube channel, which is Top Q Snooker Club Live. Or if you just copy and paste the link from the top and put it in your Facebook status, then other people can like and watch that. Seen on the other tables, Liam against Martin Goddard. Liam just had to go across the table and try and tuck Martin up behind his balls. Like Spike is just getting 1 frame back against Belly as well, so that's 6-4. So that was a routine match for Belly to start off with, but it's a bit closer now. I think it's on 6-4 Spike, 6-4 Mr. Bell. Back to this game, 2 each. John's on the yellows. I don't quite know what happened to Will there. He had the ball in hand with 2 shots. John might try and develop his bad yellow here, which he has done. It's in a much better position than what it was prior to that shot. I'm going to try and slide this along. That's going to drop. And a fairly routine finish for someone of John's calibre now to go 3-2 up. That's a great shot. Right side of the pockets. And again, it's a great position to drop this on, and the black will go, I suspect, in the opposite middle bag. And there you go. For once, it sounds like I know what I'm talking about. So there we go, from 2-0 down, John's gone 3-2 up. Momentum is with him. Couple of minutes while he sets them up. And obviously with Coleman, everything takes time. So yeah, don't forget to drop onto the Top Q Facebook page. We've got details of the upcoming events that are happening here. There's a Welsh qualifier event due soon. It was so soon, it was yesterday. So John's broke and the whites travelled up and gone into the top pocket. So it's ball in hand anyway behind, 1 shot and an open table for Will. It was a dry break, so I was going to try on the yellows, I would think. First one into the middle. He may have left himself an angle to get his ball away the cushion off, which he's done. Cannoned into the red and left it nice. One into the middle. I don't know if he's going to cut that back. There's a bit of work to do now. Great shot there. It's been a bit unlucky. Still got options, or an option. So yeah. A bit unfortunate there. Then nice angle to pop that and get through onto the second last yellow, which he did, but concentrating on the position, he's missed the pot. So John's at the table, one shot on the reds. Not an easy finish. He may try to develop the red by planting it onto the red closest to the middle. And he's now looking across at this side. He's going to play a safety shot, I think. That's a great shot. He's left his red in the open and just tucked up close to the red. And I suspect that's a total snooker. Certainly is from down the table. I don't think there's enough showing there either side. I would suspect this is a total snooker, which means that Will's got to hit his ball, but the rule that he doesn't have to hit a cushion after he struck the ball comes into place. That's a foul because he hit the red before he hit the yellow. So Bell is 6-5 up now. So we come back by spiking that one. And it's Spike's break. So that could go 6 each. We never know. We'll keep an eye on that one for you. And the other games, Liam Young's 1-0 up on Martin Goddard. Martin Goddard's at the table. Not got a great finish on yet, so he'll need to do some development. And Mr. Coleman is going to try and get into this red, I would suspect, from this shot now. I don't think it goes into a pocket. Ben Williams and Ian Crockett in the other quarter-final at 2 each. So he just dropped onto that there. He's opened it up a little bit. He's gone for the double. He's got the pace. That just died, which was unfortunate. So another chance for Liam. Oh, sorry, John's got a second shot. He's not even called Liam, he's called Will. I've been calling him Liam all game. So just a drop into the middle for John to go 4-2 up, which he's done. Liam to break. Will to break. So Steve Bell's 6-5 up on Spike on the other table. Spike's on suspect Spike will take them out as well, so that might be 6-all leading onto that one. There's a bit of a cluster around the middle, which he's just dropped on to, unless that white drops in the middle. No, it stayed up. Back to the mainstream table. 4-2 for John Coleman against Will Kirby. Will Kirby went 2-0 up, so John's on a bit of a run. White ball tight against the bulk cushion. An attempted plant with a lot of space between the balls by John Coleman on yellows. Didn't come off. A great deal of options for Will here. I suspect he'll just try and... Oh, he's done a Gary shot. He's tried to leave the white ball up there and screwed straight into the pocket. So John's got ball in hand on reds, 2 shots. On the other table, Liam's got a great chance of going up and down the table after one in the middle to go 2-0 up against Martin Goddard. Man drop this in the middle for John Coleman. Again, he went down the bottom and missed by quite a while. Listen to me. Looks like Liam's just gone 2-0 up against Martin Goddard. Is there an echo in here? So John's looking at planting this into the bottom right-hand corner, which he has done. Has come out reasonably well. Ball he used to plant onto the second ball, I suspect he'll go across with. Which he didn't, but he did cannon onto his other ball. He's not come out the best that he could have done, but there's still a finish on here for him. So Liam Young's 2-0 up on Martin Goddard. He's broken, he's got a ball. The yellows look good for Martin, which doesn't make a great deal of difference to you because you can't see it. There's only me that can see the bloody thing. And in the other game, Spike v Steve Bell. It's like Steve should probably be in control of that one. Bit of a difficult angle for me to see it. Again, I mean a great deal to anyone listening. Whether or not one red is blocking off the yellow. It just was a relatively easy pot there. John's just gone for a double, got it. Drop into the middle, dolly into the other corner to go 5-2 up. It's a quarter-final, so it's a race to 7. So John's 5-2 up as long as he can pot this red. Which he does. With 5-2 up. You dickhead. So, John Coleman 5-2 up against Will Kirby. It's 5 frames on the bounce for John after being 2-0 down. Martin Goddard's on the table in the other quarter final against Liam Young. Will Young is his much famous and prettier cousin, obviously. Well, pretty if you like that kind of thing. That's a foul, I would think, by Spike and possibly a foul snooker from where we're at, which would mean if it is, oh no, he must get by. The belly's If it was a foul snooker, he'd probably call the free ball, I suspect, because he's still at the table. So just $2 for Belly to go through to the semi-final. Back on the main table, looks like Will's got on in. So may slide the 5 frames, losing on the run. Steve just done. Oh, Will just missed a dolly into the middle. John's on reds. A lot of momentum with him. One good shot will get him back into the game. Liam's just tried a snooker Martin on the other table, but I think he's left a little bit sticking out. Or getting up there. And so Steve Bell just did finish. So Steve Bell through to this first semi-finalist at 7-5. Beating Spike, a bit of a game. John Coleman, I suspect, with this visit, will go on to the hill. 6-2 to become our second semi-finalist. And then after this game, we got Rich Gifford and Jamie Moray, who are practice partners, both good players. Rich is ranking in the top 40 in the World Pool Rules Series. So Liam on the other table has a chance now to go 3-0 up. And John's just missed a chance to go on the hill. So, yeah, that's Liam going 3-0 up against Martin Goddard. Liam's 3-0 up. Instead of break, it looks like it's gone dry. It's a shame. On this one, Will's at the table. So he needs to halt this slide. He's lost the last 5 frames. And the balls that were rolling for him in the first 2 frames have stopped rolling now. So John's got a relatively easy finish now to go on the hill, I would have thought, if that passes it. If not, he'll use the cushion first and try and sneak behind it and use the yellow to drop it in. And try and use his second yellow to cannon up the table to get on the red in the opposite corner pocket. So coming next, don't forget, we have... Coleman's made a right idiot of me again. Going for the double. And like a right idiot, he's missed it. Serves himself right. Gazzy's always right. Ask his wife. 21 years, we'll be married tomorrow. She's a lucky lady, the ginger witch. So, Will's now got a great chance to halt this slide, put a frame back on, 5-3, give himself a bit of a chance. Oh, yeah, Will's confidence is shot there. Shots that he was getting earlier on in the game, he's missing now. Difficult to see him getting another frame on. I expect John to run this out. So Liam Young is 3-0 up. Steve Bell's through to the semi-final, and Mr. Coleman's just been a bit elaborate there. Going across the table, drop that red in, leaving him yellow into the middle, push through a little bit. And he'll go black into the top pocket. Relatively straightforward for John. Go 6-2 up. Will's got a ball off the break there. Sorry, John's got a ball off the break. Actually. So Will's on yellows. He's Will, isn't he? Will's on yellows. Again, at 2-0, I'd expect Will to take these out. Well, he's just suffering a little bit of a confidence crisis after Coleman's took 6 frames off him. When he's at the table, probably 2 balls. He's just trying to think if he can get back up. He wants to leave himself an effort between the 2 reds by the yellow closest to the black. He's gone a bit too far for them. I think he's probably almost snookered himself there. I'll just have a quick... It doesn't help, does it? It's not a full ball snooker, so it's not a total snooker. So it's the yellow highest up the table he can hit, I think. I don't think he can make a plant out of it. There's a lot of distance between the 2 balls. Yikes. It was really a nothing shot. So, I guess it now depends whether John wants to use his ability to take these out. Drop nicely on one of his difficult balls. And he'll try and leave this white in a position where off his next ball he can get to his other bad difficult ball. Which is a possibility now. He's just looking, see how far down the cushion he has to go. Maybe he was just checking whether it was on the cushion for the double. Which looks like what he's playing for. Oh, he's got a ball on the bottom cushion I didn't see. So he's going to try and drift this up the cushion, up the rail, which he's done perfectly. And now he'll try and pot this in the middle and drop onto the red on the bottom rail. I think he'd probably like to be a bit further out in the table so he could drop between him. I think he's going to have to go round them. Oh, he's digging through. He's going to try and go through the gap. It's not a bad shot. He probably would prefer to have gone another inch or 2. He probably that, but he's touched the black. He's right on top of the black. I don't think he can get close to that. I don't think he's got a great deal that he can do with this. He might be touching even. So we'll look the other angle. It doesn't help us either. So he's going to have to try and do some kind of shot here. I suspect he'll just try and put as much distance between the whites and the yellows that he can. It's got him perplexed. On the other table, Liam Young's in with a chance of going 4-0 up against Martin Goddard. Back on his table, I don't think he really wanted to pot that. He may try the double, bring the white ball back into the middle of the table to leave himself on the yellow, but if he misses it, it's game over. He's going to try it down the cushion. So, in essence, this is a game shot for John Coleman, I suspect. He's missed that. And it's a dolly for John to go through to this semi-final. There we go. And that's John through. We'll be back in a little minute with the semi-final. Not a little minute, a full minute. Might be more than 1 minute. So, just change that to 7-2. So that's John Coleman. Winning 7-2 against Will Kirby. Well done, Will. Good effort. So we'll be back in a little while with a semi-final on this table. It's going to be Rich Gifford against Jamie Moray. It's a bit of a tidy up on the table, a bit of a sweep. Make it pristine. On the other table, I can see that it looks like Liam's going 4-0 up against Martin Goddard, which he just has done. So it's a bit of a upset for now. 4-0 up for Liam Young against Martin Goddard. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with the next semi-final. Okay, in the other games, Ian Crockett's 4 2 up on Ben Williams, and Liam Young's 5-0 up on Martin Goddard. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes with Rich Gifford v Jamie Moray. Once we've got the table ironed. It's a bit odd, we probably should have a woman doing that. Only kidding. Looks like Liam's about to go 6-0 up on Martin Goddard. Which means that pretty soon Mr. Goddard will be on the dark fruits. But it may cease his dancing for a little while. Okay, so we're off. So see quarter-final match to get into the Gloucestershire Open 2021. So, first frame of the quarter-final, Rich Gifford, Jamie Moray. Oh. Bad news from the Theatre of Dreams. If you're of a United persuasion. Looks like the Bin Dippers have gone 1-0 up. Cater. Couldn't hit a bando. 7 minutes gone. And the other, looks like Martin's going to get a frame back against Liam. It's going to be far up the table. So, back to this game. Jamie Moray's at the table. On the reds. Clustered down by the black spot. Can't see a path for the red that he's on. Not sure there's any value in taking that. He might try and get it off the yellow, like that. But he's tied himself to the yellow. Still got a ball on. I'm not sure if there's a gap to... No, there isn't a gap to double back. So a bit unlucky there, Jamie. He's... It was like he's tied right to that yellow. Should have like a little bit of a gap to be able to get the other red, but he's not. So he's trying to contain there. Rich Gifford comes to the table. There's yellows for him to hit. I'm not sure if there's value taking the yellow to the middle, so he might just try and take this pocket down this end. So Richie just played a clever shot there. Just used one of his yellows to try and tie the black up in case it goes wrong for him after this shot. I think we got Liam Young 6-1 up against Martin Goddard. Jamie's a loose red to the left of the black spot, which is just bit too thin, really. Ball's in the middle of the table. I'm just going to try for a plant, I think, to use the red at the bottom to take that pocket. Been a bit unlucky there. I'm not sure if there's a path from the higher yellow behind his second yellow off the red to take control of this bottom right hand corner pocket. On the other table, Liam Young's queuing like a dream. Probably one bad ball. I know he works out to get to that. Will decide whether or not he's after this frame in the next round. Richard's just dropped a red in at the top, a yellow in at the top, which I suspect he didn't want to drop at all. I suspect he wanted to try and leave that up there. And again, he's just tying Jamie up, or trying to tie Jamie up, make it difficult for Jamie to finish. Allow Jamie a chance to take that bottom corner. Richard's just going to take the white ball up out of the way. He's developed, he won't be happy with that. He's developed another red which he didn't want to. He probably wanted to sit on that red. Now I guess it just depends on whether or not Jamie fancies to having a go at these. On the other table it looks like Liam Young's got a black which he's just slotted in to take out Martin Goddard, and I think that's 7-1. So he'll be very pleased with that. Again, Richie's just trying to tie up another red in the corner here. He's got a little bit too short on it. There may be a gap through to that though. Whether or not he'll want to take it on is a different matter. And he's just left it where it is and got his two reds out into the middle-ish of the table. Great result on the other table by Liam Young there. He's took Martin Goddard out. So I think it was Tom Kerr who fancied Goddard for this. That's a great shot by Jamie. Full table double. He's in control of the bottom right, but Rich is in control of the bottom left of the table. There's one red, which Jamie might try and get out now. It's going to be quite difficult from Rich to win from this position, as it's very difficult for Jamie to win from this position without a little bit of luck, I suspect. Okay, don't forget to like and share if you can, people. Live on YouTube. Share it to your Facebook pages with the link, and people will be able to watch this straight away. Okay, so Jamie's just played a deliberate foul. He's not left a foul snooker because the cushions don't count in this situation. Great shot because Richard's got a yellow tied to the black, a yellow tied to the red. And the only option he's really got is to play the yellow that is closest to the bottom right. It's not quite tied to the red. There is a reasonable gap there. And he has got two shots, so he may be able to get it out. But of course, the other problem he's got is the yellow that's tied to the black. He's going to try and move that out now, and he's opened up the yellow. Unfortunately, the yellow he used to try and develop things has gone tight against the cushion. So Richards used that, just dollied off it, tried to tuck himself up behind the yellow, his other yellow. There's a gap round there for Jamie to get the red that's closest to the white ball. He may try and come across the table and drop this in on a double, which would win in the game. Or he may even try to come off the cushion and send it down to the boards, the bottom right-hand cushion. No, he's going to come across, try and drop this in. Looks online from here. It's dropped it in. It's a great shot. I suspect he'll drop this one. I don't know if there's room round by the side rail on the last red to get the white out. But again, at this standard, I expect Jamie to finish these off. He can screw back out of there if he wishes. Which he probably will do. Don't know if there's room to go around the back. Just screw back in towards where the black spot is. It's almost like I'm telepathic. And it's 1-0 to Jamie Moray. Well done, pal. So Rich Gifford to break 1-0 down in the Quarter final of the Gloucestershire Open. Give them a bit of a slap. Red's dropped in the top, red's dropped in the middle. So 2 reds pot. It doesn't have to go on reds, of course. You can choose to go on yellows. Not on a red, I don't think. And he can still choose reds and contain. Unless he's seen something I can't. No, he's going to go yellows. So, again, Rich Gifford, the level he plays at. Should take these out. Not had the best of luck there, but he's still in control of the frame. He can still finish from here. May try to move the red with this shot. Again, you've got to concentrate on potting it. He moved the yellow, but doing so has left the red. He missed the pot. Left the red in place. So Jamie's only got to work out if any of these 2 balls at the bottom of the table go. It's a bit high, a bit low, sorry, on the red into the middle. I'm not sure if that's any of them 2 go. Not the greatest of angle. Maybe the one closest to the pocket does. Or maybe not from that angle. Maybe he's travelled a bit too far. It's a good long pot. He's in position. I think he thinks it goes. He's just going to roll this in. A bit unlucky there. Looks like it's rolled back onto it, a touching ball. In which case, this is the best he can hope for, a touching ball. If it is, he'll come off a cushion. If it's touching, it can come off a cushion and ride up behind them, leaving Rich relatively easy out, but it's not getting out of the position. So obviously wasn't touching, which is why I had to play it with force, because after he's made contact, one of the other balls has to hit a cushion, which he's done. Maybe a gap through there for Rich. He had a quick look. There isn't a gap, so he's going to have to go off the cushion. Just leave as much distance. He's missed that. There's 2 shots. It's a straight pot from my angle. I expect Jamie to take these out to go 2-0 up. He's missed the first one. Still okay though. He's gone high enough so that he can drop this in and come round. Drops it in, comes round. Doll it. Black to the middle, go 2-0 up. I'm not confident I've already changed it. So, maybe a bit of a surprise to some. Jamie Moray's 2-0 up Mr. Gifford. Okay, don't forget to like and share the page if you can, people. Drop any comments, any predictions from anyone. Drop them in on the YouTube page. We can read them out. Anyone want to shout out? Anything happy happening in your lives? What are you having for your tea? For them of you who are able to watch, any chance United getting back into the game against the Bin Dippers? Oh, wait a minute. Just as I said that, they've gone 2-0 up. Nightmare. Oh, no. Diego Jota 2-0 up after 13 minutes. So Jamie's just broke his potted balls. Oh, it's cueing well. So Jamie's 2-0 up, and as we all know, that's a dangerous score, just as Liverpool are up against United. Nice control to get his ball into the bottom corner. It's a shame, a little bit around that to come out perfect. It's not quite touching the rails, so there is a chance to drop that in. But it's not as easy as it could have been if it had rolled another half turn. I think he's going to try and pot this and try and get behind it, which gives him a couple of options. So he can choose to try and dead weight this in, or he can go right up the rail. So yeah, he wants to try and go right up the rail. Caught the jaw, the knuckle on the jaw. I suppose the redeeming factor is it's rolled and it's gone quite tight to one of Mr. Gifford's balls up at the top rail. I suspect he'll take a few of these out and try and lay a trap. There we go. Just got out of that. More or less the same position, I think. Richie's going to try and put him in. Rolling up behind that yellow's a great shot. So almost full table snooker. Liam Young's still in it. Belly's still in it. Ian is still in it. Well, he was leading against Ben Williams and Liam Young. John Coleman is still in it. So he's got out of that. He's not give away a foul shot. I'm just going to try and drop this in. No, Liam Young just took Goddard out 7-1, Stainsy. Jamie's going to go with the long double. with the added benefit of putting his ball back in the mix. So 2-0 up. Rich's got difficult things happening now. I suspect his shot is to try and the yellow that's highest to either drop in on the red or try and drop it past it. Oh, that's a dreadful shot. I think he can get to... His initial reaction was that he could get to that. He may just try and roll up to this now. Drop it behind there. And now, yeah. I mean, if Rich gets out of this, he wants to be able to leave the balls in a position where... that's not the ball to go for, really. He can still get back under there. He needs to try and leave his the balls in a position where he can get his yellow behind that other red. And the reaction I can see from it looks like he was a bit lucky for that to stay up. Looks like he's laid a snooker. Trouble is, by hitting this is going to move it further away from the pocket. He wants it to try and stick on it, really. Be a dead weight, yeah. He doesn't want to be able to get into the yellow by the black. He's going to try and push this right up out of the way. So he's got two of these three balls in a decent position now. He's just waiting for the opportunity. At this moment in time, I said Rich Gifford the favourite for this frame. Don't want to check my phone again in case the bin dippers have scored another goal. Okay, so he's not given away two shots, but if the bottom yellow passes the middle yellow into the middle, I suspect Richard... It doesn't. So Snooker in, having a bridge over. Again, he wants to try and roll behind it if he can. Which I couldn't tell you whether or not happened because old Mr. Gifford got in the way. He's going to get slapped around the back of the head for that. He mustn't have hit it, so he's called a foul snooker, which means that he's still got two shots. He can put the ball anywhere behind the bolt line. He can still call a foul snooker if he wishes to, but he won't get one from there because the ball's in the open. So two shots, ball in hand. That ball's got to hit a cushion, which it has done. And Mr. Gifford will take these out to go 1-2 down. So I'll drop one in the middle. Just got to wait for the table at the side. Bella's having a wild swing at something. So Rich one into the middle. Should leave himself the red into the other middle. It's gone a bit far there. Still on. Very similar to a red Declan misses today in the quarterfinals, but that's how you put them away. It's a 2-1. Game back on. The tactical battle was won by Rich Gifford. 2-1, Rich to break, all back on. So a good chance now for Jamie to retake a 2-frame lead. Pretty standard finish. I'm pretty sure someone even at Staines's level would struggle to cock this up. And there we go, the 3-1. Okay, so if we can like and share the stream, please, that'd be great. Post it onto your Facebook statuses so we can get as many people as we can watching this. So in the other results, Ian Crockett is now through after beating 7-2 against Ben Williams. It goes into the semi-final. So he'll play the winner at Steve Bell and John Coleman, which is just starting on the other table. So Rich Gifford's at the table, 3-1 down on the Reds. All the balls have got a pocket. It's just working out whether he can get onto them. It wasn't the greatest shot there by Rich. He'll be a bit disappointed with himself with that one. Even more so with that one. So, ball in hand behind the bulk line, 2 shots for Jamie. So he's going to try and get one of his tied up yellows out with his first shot. Jamie's just gone into the pack there. Open the balls up. Still on the ball. I suspect he'll take these out now. Up the cushion, drop onto the middle. One into the bottom, black back into the middle. So drop this off, dolly into the middle to go 4-1 up. Oh, big frame for Rich now to get back into this one. This is still a race to 7. So, yeah, big frame for Rich Gifford now. 4-1 down. So the early break's the important part. Is that red going to drop? No. Bit of frustration there. Great split. Again, the way he's in, I'd expect if he can get onto a red. He's going to go back across the table, I think. It's the only red that's on, looks like. But it'll take him into where he needs to be to finish his frame. Back in amongst where he needs to be now. It shouldn't be a difficult finish for the way that Jamie's playing. Expect him to go 5-1 up after this visit. He's backing himself with a long red into the bulk corner pocket. And then if this goes, Just drift over towards the cushion, or even use the yellow. Yeah. Push past it. There we go. 5-1, I'm guessing now. I'm changing it already. I'm not confident. So, Jamie gets 5-1 up in a race to 7. Jamie to break in this game. So, maybe a bit of a surprise. Maybe not to Nick Bell, who I was talking to yesterday, who said that he fancied Jamie for this. I suspect at the start that Rich Gifford would have been the favourite. Started off with a comfortable win against Ash Martin, which he won 6-1. Not that Ash didn't have his chances to take him out. Probably should have been a bit closer. And then he's had a bit of a fairly routine run as Rich Gifford, but he's come up against it now. Jamie's warmed right into this. Jamie struggled in his first round match. Well, struggled. A close game against Gary Jones, a local lad. And Gary probably went away disappointed that he didn't get closer. So dry break by Jamie. So as Rich has got a chance to pull one back. Reds are all there. It's just working out a path. One maybe slightly difficult ball, which he's trying to drop on now. I don't think he's gone far enough, so he's going to have to try again. He's got ball up to the bulk. We should try and drop on this one again, I suspect. With the same result. Another punch of the table, maybe. No, he's just gone for his chalk. So I'm going to try and drop him behind it. I'll move it. And there you go. Third time lucky, mate. Bit more aggressive he's being now. Looks like, well, he has to be, really. He's changed his route. Nice use of the yellow. Black's still got a pocket. Probably, he's going straight up the table. And then he'll just try and cut back a little bit, maybe, or use the yellow to drop onto that. Well done, mate. Second frame on the board for Mr. Gifford. He's a nice fella. 5-2. The best frame he's had. So it's a break, 5-2 down. Found a little bit of his form then. It's a monster break in it, that. Monster break. One yellow tie to the side, one yellow tie to a red. That's an easy pot for the reds. However, no pots are easy for me, so what do I know? Shows the yellows. Not sure whether he's going to try and drop over the other side with these in between. Yikes. Yep. Just trying to go over that side of the table. Missed any of the cannons into the yellows. Dropped himself behind the red. He'd be disappointed with that. Going to go up the table. Try and drop onto the top one. Is it the jaw? There's 2 shots to Jamie. Reds in a position to be able to be taken out from here. Let's have a look round the other tables. Steve Bell's at the table against John Coleman. Don't know what the score is because Slacky's disappeared. Probably having a sausage roll somewhere. Maybe Liam's Polish shopping. Great double across there, back by Jamie. 2 shots still, I think. Oh, he's got a bit close to that. I'd be disappointed there. Still an out, I think, the way he's queuing. White ball will go into the top right-hand corner of the... It's just got far enough past that to be able to take the top red into the corner pocket. Drift back. Oh, he's gone a bit short there. It's still there. Gives him an angle to get down behind the black. He'll get a shot on the black here, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, 2 shots. Of course, he's used his first shot. And I'll just screw past the yellow, black into the middle. And that makes it 6-2, and it's him on the hill. Not the Mick Hill, obviously. Different levels. Tier 3 or 4. So, yeah, tune in later on to watch that on Free Sports. Shane Thompson v Mick Hill and Sean Story v Carl Morris. Both good games, free on Free Sports through the free TV aerial. Free Sports later on, give that a watch. A chance if things go our way that we'll have Carl Morris come down to top queue at some point in the future. I was chatting to him yesterday. I know Adi had a chat with him a couple of weeks ago in London, and they're going to see him again in Daventry this weekend. So keep an eye out for that on the Facebook page as well. So a night of pool exhibition with Carl Morris, who's a fantastic person to watch do his pool exhibition. Great motivational speech as well. Top round, all nice guy. He'll even give you a personalised view of his camper van. Nice bloke. So that's something else he's working on down at Top Q here. Get some of the best players in the world to come down and let you have your picture with him, play a game of pool with him, and watch him do his stuff. So Rich just a bit unlucky there. Didn't want that. He played a plant. Didn't want the second yellow to drop. It's dropped. He's going to have to do a plant it again. He will hope that doesn't drop either. He played it in such a way that he didn't. So now he needs to drop onto something for this to carry on. Try to open one of his yellows up, which just didn't happen. He's just having one of them days, Rich. There is a chance for him to take one across the bottom rail, and the natural angle will take it into the yellow. Again, he's holding out for a bit of luck here. There's not a lot he can do. Just play with enough power. He missed the. Oh, he's tied the red ball to the white ball. I would suspect that's not touching from his first chat on it, but he's having another look. If he's touching it, make it a little bit easier for him. Okay, news from the other table. Steve Bell, rolling back the years, gone 4-0, 4-1 up against John Coleman. For a place in the semi. That's a great shot by Jamie. Sorry, sir. I know he's touching ball or whatever, but he's played away from it onto the red on the bottom, which is rolled along the cushion and dropped in off Rich's yellow. He could have been a bit more lucky and left the yellow out of the way of the red. So he's used a pot to try and develop that red. Unfortunately, it's travelled across the table and landed next to one of his. It's tied up with a cluster of 4 just below the black. The red next to it may pass the yellow, which may give him an option to get into it. He's playing with a lot of right-hand side. He's trying to drop on the bottom one. So, Rich is back at the table. Just going to try and contain a little bit. What he doesn't want to do is leave JB an option to get onto the red to the right of his yellow in the cluster of 4. Because if he can get to that and it goes in the middle, which I think it does. Yeah, it does. That obviously gives him a chance to open up, which is a great position from where he'd been. Unfortunately, he's missed the pot. Now, Rich has got an angle there off this red on the bottom cushion to go into that cluster. Again, a little bit of luck. The red that's closest to it should push that towards the middle. But he's missed the pot. And again, hopefully he's had a bit of luck there. I'm saying hopefully. If them are tied up, so that red, the middle of the 3, will go past the yellow into the middle. But I don't know if he's close enough to be able to play that shot. Sorry, he's too close to play that shot. Which is what he's looking at now. He's going to dig up on it. Let's change the angle. See if we can. Which he did do. As is Rich Gifford's look going on here. He's dropped nicely on one on the bottom. And the form he's in, this is a pretty standard finish for Jamie. Expect him to take these out. Black's going to get in the way on whichever shot he chooses here, unless he decides to go small. Now, depending on the angle, going to try and push through, top the ball. There's a bit of a result there by cannoning into the yellow, which gives him a shot on the red. And he want to try and drop anywhere into the top half left hand side of the table to give him a shot. Yikes, yeah. There we go. And that, my friends, is that. Great win by Jamie Moray there, taking out Rich Gifford. Which just goes to show you that I know more about this game than Nick Bell, regardless of what he won in Ireland, because I said that Jamie Moray would go further into this competition than Rich Gifford. Nick Bell, what does he know? What does he know? Okay, so we'll be back in a short while with the semis. On the other table, Steve Bell was 4-1 up against John Coleman in the other quarter final. And then wait for results off the other 2, which is Liam and Ian. So I'll get back to you in a minute. We'll just clear these out and get ready for the next games coming up. Cheers. 1 second.